After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you on out to our studio. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Finding space at the 40.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
45 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Yep.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamped the time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it, we don't respect.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. On fourth down, here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that.
Searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff is screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Jones trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field. Took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll buy some, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action here. Purdy, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 84 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some room to work. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 22, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's a tight game here early. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Up the middle, Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to Dillon on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time?
Cobb goes laying out for that one, and he has it. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage, and we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Throwing on second down, Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Purdy. Rolling to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Second down and goal. Purdy on the move to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got a man. It's Tunyon. He's at the 30. 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Well, one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They go with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Throwing here, Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCaffrey, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. On 2nd and goal. Purdy escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back to throw, Purdy. He finds Kittle going across the field. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Purdy off the play fake. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. So they knew what they were doing all along, right? Now the lead 2 here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 123 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Watson making the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After the penalty, it's Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And The San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners have struck quickly here in the opening minute of this Super Bowl. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Purdy now to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down. Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Purdy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Nixon now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run it with Jones. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Purdy looking to throw. And it's caught by Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They juked him and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now left side on the swing pass. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So this time the conversion is good after a pair of failed 2-point tries. Charles, they're 1 for 3 now.
And you would figure with 3 touchdowns scored, your minimum number of points would be 21, right? 3 extra points. And as you noted, they went for 2 twice, didn't get it. Went here again. This reminds me of something a coach told me a while ago. They have more 2-point plays on their ready sheet nowadays than ever before. It used to be like 1 or 2. Now most teams have up to 6 or 7 that they have at the ready. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On first down, it's Purdy. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Jennings. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd down and goal. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Here's Purdy. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An inside give to Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
he's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
78 yards.
And the Packers are able to at least get one score back.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Purdy looking to throw on first down here. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, Purdy being chased out left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashon.
Petty don't matter. As that teller tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's so back